Hello everyone, Garnet here, and welcome back to The Ultimate Survivor here on Aberration. Today is finally the day that we are going to make ourselves our tech suit, the very first one for this entire series. Now, I did mention in the last one that I was going to go up and double check on the Diplocalus to grab all the black pearls that we needed. However, it turns out they only had so many, and I ultimately needed to take Sterling down to the liquid element, kind of where we had gone last time, and collect some more black pearls down there. At this point in time, we should have everything that we need to actually craft up our tech suit. I have all of our element inside of the tech replicator right now. We're going to make up that tech suit really fast because I don't want to end up running out of whatever element we do have. And I'm going to have to just keep making more as we go because we're not going to have a lot left over after this is crafted. Boots, gloves, helmet, pants, and the chest plate. We have the whole set of tech made. And what I'm going to do to try to make sure we don't accidentally use more is I'm going to take this element out of here right now and the suit itself. So, I mean, you can kind of see I have a couple more things in here I've been working on. I've been trying to get more shotgun shells prepared for the boss fight, and the replicator is going to be our fastest way of crafting those things. Now, as much as I would love to actually run around with a tech suit right now, as I mentioned, we don't have very much fuel, and I don't really want to waste that at the moment. So I'm going to place that in this box for now, and while the machine is still running, I'm going to go on out there and make one more thing that I mentioned in the last one that I'm very excited to actually start using. And that will be the tech binoculars, something that I earned by taking down the Alpha Overseer on the island. Man, I am so excited to actually start using these things, because they're going to show me all the info that I'm going to need on every creature that I have, and ones that I want. Now, first things first, now that I have this out, if I look at my buddy Sterling here, you can see on the right there what his base stats were and what I put into whatever his stats are. Now, unfortunately here, other than his weight stat, everything that he's got is very low. So I actually really would like to either get ourselves some better rock drakes, or I may have to make some sort of change on which creatures I'm taking forward with me to extinction. To be fully clear, the far left stat is what they were initially born with, or when they were fully tamed. The one in the middle is how many mutations they have, and the one on the right is how many points I have put in personally after they leveled up. This thing also will show you how much health your structures have, and you can even actually specifically target a wild creature. So I want to do this, and I left click. We have tracking that Carcanos, and it will keep that stat there no matter what happens. I could even keep that there if I end up deciding to kill that thing. And you know what, just for science, to show you what it'll do, the health actually keeps tracking. So if you wanted to really know how much health something you're trying to take down has, you can have this marked on something, and you'll know if it's worth continuing to fight or not, or if you have to start running away. I know I kind of just wasted a bunch of ammo on a level 10 Carcanos, because they were definitely not going to be weak to those bullets, but it still keeps it on there for a little bit, even after the fact, so you could actually see if they had any good stats at all. But at the level 10, they don't really have any points to put into anything. Interesting that half of them were all put into melee. It's a very interesting choice. Once you switch to the binoculars, though, and you left-click again, mostly if you just choose another target, it'll reset. And if you actually want to untarget something, you do the same thing. So essentially, these bad boys are going to show me exactly what I'm looking for in stats for wild creatures. I mean, at this point, we've already pretty much tamed a lot of the stuff here that we want to take along with us, but as I mentioned, when it comes to Sterling over there, his stats are really low, except for his weight. And even then, 35 is not amazing. It could be a lot better. And now, of course, as I mentioned, I'm going to be continually going out and collecting more element ore and making more elements so that we have more fuel to actually use our tech suit. But in the meantime, I also need to keep an eye out for a few things. In here are our tributes that we've been collecting over this entire run on Aberration. I'm going to need to get a few more things before we can actually take on Alpha Rockwell, but we do have at least one of the 3 Alpha creature trophies. The other 2 are going to be from an Alpha Reaper and from an Alpha Basilisk. Having gone around to clear out a whole bunch of the normal basilisks in the last episode makes me feel like there might be a chance that there could be an alpha out there, but we're not going to know unless I go out and look. And as for the Alpha Reaper, I mean, I did have that one encounter, but I haven't seen one ever since, so I'm not entirely sure how lucky I've got to be for that thing to show up again. So what I've decided to do, I have a couple eggs in here from the basilisks real quick. I want to actually rehatch up one that has the melee mutation and make it more powerful instead of focusing on trying to have it carry everything. And they'll be a perfect candidate for using against any alpha creatures I run into. Oh, I wonder if they're in here. I thought I had one that had one with it already, but I'm not entirely sure which one. And what would be interesting is if while we're out and about, we end up finding... Ooh, this is the one I was thinking of. Okay, fantastic. So slot 6 already has a melee mutation. I'm going to let them grow up. and we'll try to fully imprint them the best we can. I may have to go out and tame ourselves maybe some dodos or something if they ask for basic kibble. I've had that unlucky situation happen before, because at the moment, that would be the only one that I could make, because I don't actually have any veggies I've been doing, despite getting a dung beetle forever ago. But yes, I'm going to let them go, and what I was going to say is if while we're out looking for a basilisk, we end up finding one that has a good trait that I'd like to steal and maybe put on something for melee, that would be an amazing thing to follow through, and I'm just going to have to take more rock drag eggs with me while I do that. I mean, we only have the 3 in here, and I'm pretty sure my dude here has one more. Yes, Ravager by Dark. So we have 4 of these eggs right now. I don't know. It all kind of comes down to what we can even run into. If we run into anything at all. So I think for the time being, I'm actually going to put away all of these guys. Oh, you know what? He may have just noticed something else I'll have to explain. But first things first, I'm going to be picking up these perfect basilisks, and I'm going to be putting them away. If I have to bring them out later, in case this one downstairs doesn't work out, then I will. But for now, I'm going to clear some room to hatch up, or breed up, some more eggs from the rock drakes, in case there are a few more basilisks I want to get some skill points from. Or traits, sorry. Following through with that Freudian slip, I actually did get ourselves some more skill points. Considering the skill points weren't added by the time I really was... Well, they had just been added when I got back to this map. I hadn't really focused on them at all up until now. At this point, I do have Hot-Blooded, Heavy-Footed, Iron Grip, and Bowman's Rhythm. Main reason I got this one is I actually really wanted Swift Shot, so that my projectile weapons will fire faster, especially up against Rockwell's Tentacles and the Energy Balls. I feel like that would be a very useful one to have. I want to do more of these if I possibly can, but we are getting to a certain point where it's going to require me to either repeat things, like get another Beelzebub over 135, or do some of the cave loot crates, including getting more artifacts, which wouldn't be a bad thing if they always had drops in there, but single player is always weird about it. And this one here, I'm not going to be able to do, considering we are an AB and we're not going backward, until we maybe beat all the other maps. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is there. So I was just kind of playing around with my weaponry, and that's why we have ourselves a sniper, a shotgun, and the rifle in my inventory. I was thinking maybe the sniper would be great to take out those energy balls, maybe some other creatures if they get in the way in the Rockwell fight, and then the shotgun, of course, would be good for tentacles, and then the creatures themselves will take out Rockwell himself. I don't really want to lose our element, so we're going to put that away real fast. You never know. Some things can happen while fighting basilisks. If I get hit by it directly, I'm going out no matter what, so I don't really want to risk taking everything good with me if we can help it. So I'm only going to take the shotgun, and I'll probably swap for the crossbow instead of the rifle for now. In fact, I'm even going to change out one shotgun just because I don't want to lose this one. That one is definitely for Rockwell. You know what? As much as I was wanting to run around on Sterling, as you saw, his stats are a little bit limited, I may actually just want to take out Viola. Even though she's not necessarily bred up for a bunch of damage, at least she does quite a amount of damage against things, and should have some sorts of immunizing? What's the word? Yeah, you know, some defenses against other basilisks. For the time being, I'm going to start trying to raise this one up. They are another female, I think, right? Sure are, female 223, and you shall be named Sasha, and hopefully we can actually get you fully imprinted, otherwise we're going to have to probably reuse that name for something else. But for now, I don't want you to follow me too far. We do want to have you follow close, though. Have you come over here real quick. And stay in the middle of the room. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to go super far when it comes to trying to go hunt something down, but I still definitely want to make sure that I have basilisks in mind. I was looking for Raptor for one of the skill point things earlier. Let's grab. Look for basilisks. I've got to be very careful with this, because I actually noticed when I went out one time that it doesn't fully update right away. Oh, you know what? This one is almost fully grown, and I may want to double check their first egg. These guys are actually already set to breed. They sure are. I want to see if their first egg is lucky and we end up having our male one come out and we'll be able to just move them along, but I don't really want to be far away for that, so maybe I will hang around for a minute, potentially for the first imprint on Sasha here, and then I'm going to take off and go try to hunt down some more basilisks, and if they have any good traits, then we'll take that also. But as I am hanging out with my little buddy Snake here, if you guys do end up finding yourselves enjoying this one, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It makes a massive difference for the algorithm, and it means the absolute world to me. Alright, so we got the imprint on Sasha. I'm going to leave her here. I'm pretty sure that the female down there should be ready soon. We'll double check that first egg and then we'll head out. I'm pretty sure, I'm going to assume, I guess, that first basilisk is probably right up along in that green area above. 95%. Yep, we're good. We'll give that a second. Okay, moment of truth. How do we know? What are we doing here? Please be a 225 male. That would be amazing. It is not. Okay, we're just going to keep waiting until that does happen. But that did actually take a little bit longer than anticipated. I'm going to get this other imprint on Sasha, and then we'll take off for real. I don't mean to be a broken record. This game just takes whatever time it takes, you know? Luckily, that one just was a cuddle. Very simple. We're gonna head on out now and try to find ourselves that nearest basilisk. I'm just going to swing up and kind of just get up to the higher zone before we end up letting... Viola out, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, she's going to be our better bet than trying to use Sterling. Oh boy. Come on, man. Now I got to piss off a whole bunch of things down here. I'm normally so graceful when using my Cosmos. Viola still has the really good saddle on her as well, so if we do end up finding ourselves the Basilisk to fight, I'll have a lot less trouble with that. Oh, hello. I'm probably going to have to deal with you. Yeah. You're not sneaky. I know you're there. That was a high-level one, too. Damn. Okay. I don't know why I said the words that way. Too damn. It's fine. Did not expect a 170 rock drake hanging out the top of this, though. That's for sure. So, come on out, Viola. Hello, my big snaky. Yes, adult words say snaky. Don't worry about it. So, oh my god, stupid bird. They do travel pretty quick. Of course, we do accidentally hit a lot of stuff as we're going, so I'm going to have to be careful of that, but whatever. Okay. Our first basilisk that we are going to run into, I highly doubt we're going to have any trouble with it. And by that I mean I don't think we're going to have any, it's not going to be an alpha. It can't be the first one, right? Never is. I mean, the problem with this is we are going to be running into pretty much everything. I can go underneath the ground and it probably will help. But, yeah. We're still running into pretty much every tree and whatever else in between us. That was a novice. So I imagine... I mean, they could be anywhere in this area, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's going to come out and try to attack me on its own, though. Am I wrong? Probably. Do I know for sure? Nope. Hello. What are you? Meat bearing level 100. Well, that's not great. Don't really care for that trait. Yeah, I'm doing a lot more damage than I think if I were to bring Sterling with me. We still want to stay out of the gas cloud because it's still going to slowly use my durability on my clothes. And we don't really want to, you know, have to repair all that. Not the best to have to repair. It's not cheap. It's very expensive. I would love vampiric and or fast hitting. Those ones would probably be a really good set of traits to get. But I'll take pretty much whatever I can get. But with how fast we're already hitting, if we were actually get fast hitting and vampiric, we'd be able to get health back, but also hit even faster than we already are, which would be amazing. Vampiric would be very helpful against any alphas that I decide to fight. I mean, they're only doing 3 damage to me when they're hitting me with the bite. So really, like, we have a really good saddle. She's going to help us so well. The other one's going to help us a lot more. But, okay. Basilisk down, on to the next one. Heavy hitting. It's only 1, though. It is a 130. I'd have to use so many eggs for a heavy hitting 1. But they also hit slower. I would like fast hitting more than heavy hitting. We're going to have to keep an eye out for if one randomly decides to start taking a lot less damage near another one. Because then we'll know that we're near an alpha. That would be terrifying to run into one before we're fully prepared, but it can happen. We're literally hunting down basilisks right now, so we'll have to see what happens, if anything. Interesting, though, it doesn't seem like I'm taking any damage. It could be that it is, like I said, using durability on my helmet more than anything else. But I'd prefer not to be even taking that. Man. Okay, that one's gone. Racer behind it is now gone. Come on. Wasn't really trying to deal with everything, but we kind of end up hitting everything as we're out and moving, so. Becomes part of the territory with these giant things. A 150 raptor, huh? There it is. What you got? You have wastes bearing. Kind of cool, but not really. Because we're not, I mean, depending on what happens with our creatures, we may take the basilisks. I don't know. That might be an interesting one to take over to extinction. But I don't really want to take that trait. Okay. That one is down. I think I took a lot of damage from falling damage, by the way. That's probably why my health is where it's at. I wasn't paying attention at one point, and we kind of fell a long way. Kind of like this if I wasn't ready to do that. Anyway. Next one. Hello. You have plant bearing, which is lame. That was definitely more of a pain than I would have liked it to be. We got it, though. I'm going to sit here and actually heal up my snake. No, we need to go back and see Sasha. Blah, blah, blah. If we don't go back to Sasha, we're going to end up losing the potential for fully imprint, and we don't want that. So we're going to head that way right now. Make sure she's good. We'll probably also double check whatever needs to check on breeding, and then, man, I don't know. This is not proving to be a good plan. So far, it's just been getting more basilisks killed. Which, I mean, is good for experience, I suppose. That's not really what we're trying to do here. And we've made it back safe and sound. Yeah, like I said, if I didn't show off the glitch that happens when you ride your basilisk with a Cosmo on your shoulder, yeah. They've got their mound back. It's weird. Anyway, hello, Sasha. Well, that's problematic. That's literally one of the ones I can't do. So we're not going to be able to actually grow Sasha up, which really sucks. What I can do, however, is I can let either Sasha grow up or I can breed. I can have Viola breed, and we can try to get another one with that melee mutation. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to have just Viola breed with one, and Sasha's going to have to visit the farm upstate, we'll just say. God. Yeah. Essentially, we're just going to rename you to one melee female, and yeah, you're no longer going to be imprinted. That sucks. Okay, well maybe we just want to give another chance to maybe Wily. Let's head out with Wily, and I can use the shotgun off the back of them if I have to kill something. Or if I want to tame it, then I'll just drop it off from my Cosmo, right? Oh crap, the other Cosmo's carrying the eggs. That's why I got so much lighter. I forgot. I mean, the benefit of this is I can actually use Wily's abilities while I'm exploring as well. So, I mean, I guess there's a reason to swap to him. I think I get a lot more direct experience as well if I'm the one who kills the basilisk versus Viola too. If we see an alpha, though, we know we have to pivot right off. What was that? That's the basilisk raptor. Okay. It's stuck inside the wall. Is it actually stuck, though? Meat bearing, level 90. Yeah, no, that's not good. Okay, he's gone. Not a very good one anyway, but now we don't have to worry about him. I don't have to hop off and, you know, sacrifice myself for anything. And Wily's doing fine. I'm not worried about him. We got a good annoying amount of group of things, though. I'll probably just hop up and take off. There we go. Okay. Next one. I have a feeling it's stuck in the wall also. Unless it's outside in something else. I feel like that's not quite correct. Yeah, I believe that one's probably stuck in the wall. I don't know if there's actually any more over here at this point. We may have to go to Portal after all. Now, right now, it does seem to say that there isn't one in here. But I have it on good experience that a lot of the time, they just spawn as you are getting here. So, I cannot assume that there are none. Yep, I knew it. I had a feeling. I don't know what it is about Portal, or it's just single-player spawns in general. I don't know. You kind of have to come and look yourself before you know. Hello. You have melee frail. That's awful. That's absolute poopy. Let's get that reloaded, please. Blam! Okay, so that one's dead. No worries there. There's probably more in here. Man, trying to fly one of these in first person is very difficult. Okay, sure enough, there are more. There always has to be, right? It's Portal. But where are you? Oops, I passed you. No. Nocturnal. Well, that's crap. Did that say 145 or 45? There's a massive difference. It's 45. Okay, we're fine. Okay, it's gone. Did I hit the turtle? I don't know. I did. Okay. I'm sorry, Carbonemus. That was not on purpose. Carbonemis? I listened to the dossier not long ago, and I knew I was saying it wrong. That's better. Okay. I don't know if it actually is straight ahead or if it's saying that they're down in the blue zone, but can't be too careful. Don't get stuck underneath the bridge here. Uh-oh. I feel like that's exactly what's happened. No? We're good? It's down there. Oh, no, this is sending me down to the bottom, isn't it? They're not actually around here. Sending me to the blue zone again. You monsters. How dare you. Alright, Basilisk. We're looking at. They could be down here. Uh-oh. We are not, though. We're out of... Oh! Hello. Hello. Goodbye. Oh my god, this is the second time I've landed here. We're just gonna hide down here. We are gonna take some fire damage, which sucks. But you can't get me here. You dumb, big... Oh, crap, you can. You can. But I got my stamina back, so that's fine. See ya. Good god, man. Pie remains. Oh, why? Yep, there's one of these down here after all. It's, is that... No. Okay, hold on. Alrighty then. Well, we're down in the blue zone. Don't really love this idea. I mean, we did find our, one of our high-level ones down here. Oh my god, Pyromane. I don't want them. Is that? Yes, it is. Where are you? You're like in the wall. Hello? Oh my god. You're in the ground. This is exactly why I didn't want to have to try to get one down here. Okay, get up in the air, slowly glide around maybe. Get a moment where I can look at it better. Kingslang. Yeah, that's not really what I want. I mean, actually, that would be fine for most of it, but that would make it weak against everything that isn't an alpha creature, and that's not what I want. Man. If I don't kill it, it's going to be down there forever. What the hell? Alright, kill the freaking thing that's got my bird. Get on my bird, go! Oh my hell. Okay, well now we're dying of radiation. Can you just let me fly? Let me go! Alright, well that went rough. I mean, just about as bad as you could imagine. Let's get out of here. And, not lose anybody today. How about that? Not even Wily, not ourselves. I mean, we're gonna be sick from radiation for quite a while now. But that sucks. That really sucks. What broke? What part of my armor broke? My pants and my gloves. Cool. Fantastic. Let's get out of here. I'm very annoyed at that. I'm glad that I saved you, Wily. Quite frankly, I was a little bit worried there, buddy. I was almost gonna just cut my losses and start swinging out with the Cosmo. That was a very close call. It seems that with my natural healing and and using the meats to fill up my food again, we're actually healing faster than I'm taking damage, so that's good, at least. I mean, the radiation with the area that it's at is not draining me. This is awesome. Did not think about the stupid Megalosaurus, though. I mean, essentially, that's exactly why I was hoping to try to breed up a melee mutated snake. Because they couldn't have grabbed me off there. I could have just fought the other basilisk and been fine, but unfortunately, the first Sasha didn't work out. No matter whichever one does work out, is going to be named Sasha, though. So, don't worry about that. I'm sure you were definitely worried about that. Holy crap, man. That could have gone worse. Alright, these pants are probably never going to be fixed again, by the way. They are very, very expensive. Luckily, I've got a backup pair that's pretty much just as good, even though it's a journeyman instead of ascendant. Let's check these guys real quick. No. Okay. What is going on? Why can't you just load the face, man? I have a theory, and I think that going forward, I'm probably not going to be using the steampunk stuff anymore. I think just that intricate detail of a thing, even though I have set to higher resolution, it's not loading it. It's not. I have 2K resolution set. I've got epic and high on everything. And despite that, loading the textures for this is so impossible for it. I don't know why. It's very strange. I can't even load my dude's face. What is going on here? So here's the deal. We pretty much absolutely need to have ourselves another melee mutated basilisk that is fully imprinted. So I'm going to keep trying to work on getting ourselves one of those. I'm going to have to give some more time for more to spawn on the map, too. So I don't really have much else I can do at the moment. So I have to bring you guys back in when something actually happens. And, I mean, we need those things. We need those tributes before we can fight Rockwell, and I still need to get the rest of the mutations. So, we'll be right back when I have more progress done. So I do have a little bit of an update for you guys. I was able to actually get that second attempt at Sasha fully and entirely imprinted. It took a while because sometimes going for a walk one just took 10 times longer than it probably ever should have, but I did get that finished. However, in the process, I did end up hatching up a twin pair of males with the mutation in there, and I decided to actually let them fully grow up because I wanted to keep Sasha for when I could potentially find some really good traits that I could add to her bloodline. Specifically, like I said before, I would like to get vampiric and or fast hitting, just to kind of make fighting creatures a lot easier on the back of her. But for now, I'm actually going to be using this fully imprinted male one that I have here. One of the twins I left alone upstairs, and I let them fully grow so I could use them for a melee line if I would like to. And this one down here, I haven't really renamed yet, but he is fully imprinted, and I'm going to be using him to try to hunt down more basilisks that may or may not give us the traits that we want on Sasha. Or, if we find something else in the meantime, this guy is going to be our go-to for a while. And as much as I would like to say I have an update on the mutations for our Megalosauruses, well, we're still kind of trying to find our 6th mutation. I do have the male one grown and added into the group, but so far I have not had any luck getting another one. And of course, since we're going to be going down into the blue zone at this point, I don't really think that we're going to find any better ones than the green ones. I'm going to need to take a bulldog with me. I'm going to need to make sure that we are prepared to clear up any and all of the things that get in our way. I didn't really even mention it, but we also are going to need 7 glands from Reaper Queens, and I haven't even seen a single one, so maybe we'll have an opportunity down the red zone. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just have to see what we can find today. So just in case I find ourselves a good basilisk down in the depths, I am going to grab 5 eggs on me. It's going to be very heavy. Hopefully this bulldog can hold the majority of them. Oh, he really won't be able to. I'll put whatever I can on him for now, and then we'll decide what we do in the long run. So I'm going to double check which is my best saddle. I do have a 186 saddle in here. I'm pretty sure the one on Sasha is much better, so I'm probably, not Sasha, on Viola. I'm going to go grab the one off of Viola and probably put that onto our new guy here. We'll have to come up with a name for him before we fully descend down into the red area. And or at least the blue one. Yeah, 252, much better. The other one's 180. It's not bad, but this is just so much higher. Alright, my suit's not going to break anytime soon, right? We've got a whole 200... clicks on that one. Is this going to be my closest? Yeah. Can I maybe partially repair? I wouldn't be able to partially repair. It's got to be all or nothing. I don't really want to go down into the red zone with only 88 ticks on my shoes. As soon as that goes out, we're done. So I have to make sure that we at least have something better than that. Yeah, only 30 crystal is all I'm short of. You know what? Let's go get a little bit of crystal and just kind of guarantee that I have everything that I need for this. I don't really want to risk not having what we need. Also, this is not going to be on clap, so let's fix that. Thank you. Alright, I mean, if that's what I need to repair these, then I will. They are very good boots, and I'd rather have them for good than have something wrong with them happen. I don't have that kind of crystal. The hazard suit hat is going to be our first break. So 217 ticks in red zone. Hopefully we don't have to be down there a whole lot. I would prefer to just find something cool in the blue zone. We're going to just deploy from here and kind of head down the path that I pretty much went down on Viola, but this time I'll actually be paying attention to where basilisks and stuff are. Make different turns. Focus on the blue zone for a while, I think. But his first couple levels I'm going to be putting into melee, try to make things a little bit easier as we start. And then I'm going to do a good balance between melee and health. I didn't really pre-level in this time around, unlike Viola. I'm hoping that we can just get good levels while we're heading down that direction, but I'll let you guys kind of come back in if anything happens that's interesting. Otherwise, we'll just kind of keep it doing as we've been doing, and yeah, I will bring you guys back in. I've decided to name him Slinks, by the way. Very interesting name choice. I don't know. It definitely doesn't feel like it's that unique, but at the same time, I love him. Oh, and considering I have so many that I still have left to grab, maybe I'll get some Explorer notes while we're out and about. I am going to spend some time to make sure that we heal him up, since he just kind of fully grew. He wasn't already full health anyway, so every little bit of this is going to make a big difference overall. Is this where the Karkanos dossier is? I think so. There it is. Are we going to be able to get it on the Basilisk? That's the question. Yep. Karkanos. Oh. Okay, good to know. Alright, so we need to be putting this on to see where even any of these are. But it's the same direction that I'm already wanting to go. That works out in my favor. Okay, it's further over that direction. I should focus on my task at hand for now. We've leveled up a good amount, and we still have more of our boost going. I should heal too, but it's just going to take forever to do that. 30,000 health. 700 damage. I have found a basilisk. It does not look to be a red one. I can't actually see whether it's got an ability from here. I'm going to have to literally get its attention somehow. Hi. We need to look at you with this one, actually. You have cold. That's lame. We're going to eat you, sir. We have no use for you down here. 400 damage. Not bad. Not bad at all, Mr. Slinks. We look really, really injured, but that's because I've leveled up my health more than double than what it was when we got out here. Alright, next one. Oh, over that direction. Cool. Alright, we've healed up to about half health. We are still a little bit low compared to the overall, but there's nothing that I have that's going to heal me faster than 5 at a time. So, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, hello. I shouldn't still be able to have these, I'm pretty sure. But I'm not going to worry about them, actually. They're a little bit tempting and or distracting, all at the same time. Holy, big group of... Is that mostly iguanodons over here? Megalosauruses? Have everything just killing each other? Let's just kill these before they have a chance to kill me. Or break my armor. I hope that didn't actually do anything to me. Oh, it died. Oh no, I knocked it out. What? That was level 20. That's why. Interesting. I have eaten them immediately. Holy crap. How would I do 1,000 damage just there? Is it because they were weak to something? How does that even work out? Anyway. We're eating this Megalosaurus. I don't need them. If it was mutable melee, I would take it and I would put it onto, like, a new male with the, mutations. I feel like that actually would be really cool. But... oh, I would put it on a perfect female. That would be even better. I don't know why I decided to try to do these things at this point when it's already freaking too late. Ah, we're getting down into the reddish zone, aren't we? Sure are. We're on the edge. I know this place. I wish I didn't, but I do. Aha, there's the path. That's going to be the way we have to go to actually find more. It's still down that direction some more. I don't know if this is where you can start potentially running into Reapers and whatnot. Kind of feel like it might be. I mean, I've got a light, and we'll do what we can. I'm not going to say that I'm not nervous for someone who doesn't really ever go down here. And now we're officially starting to take the radiation damage. We've got to keep an eye on our durability. Man, those things make really crazy noises. Oh, I didn't think you'd focus on me at all, but you did. So many beasties coming to fight me. I say nay. The fact that they have frickin' Arthros down here is actually just mean. I feel like that's just mean. I was just literally down here to kill your frickin' survivors. That's not really... Ugh. Focus on the damage now. 929 damage from a direct hit on the frickin' poison ball. That's nuts. That is fantastic. Only a 50 and an 80. Why are these rock drakes so much stronger than mine? A Perlovia as well? Man, I forgot. Those are so... Why? That is just evil. That is just purely evil, isn't it? Dude. Okay, at least that one did a good amount of damage. I feel like this should count as a projectile. Do an extra boost. No. Oh, that was something I was concerned about. And I actually need to fight at the same time. My first one I'm running into. What level are you, actually? I'm not even kind of sort of prepared to even try to raise one of those things. Oh! Well, now I don't have a choice. That's level 10. Okay, that might actually be perfect then. Oh my god. Oh my god. You can still fling me that far? That's actually really annoying. Oh, okay. A level 10? I've been tranquilized. Yeah, I know. Oh, even a level 10 has 40,000 health, dude? That is absolutely bonkers. No wonder people use Reapers for stuff. I mean, I get it. I definitely get it. We're gonna... Why did it remove it? I need 7 of these? Slinks isn't gonna make it at this rate. This is a normal Reaper Queen. Okay, we've got it, but good lord, one of them is gonna get me freaking murdered. This is okay, yeah, vampiric, very necessary. Oh my god, no freaking way, man. Oh no. Okay, they dropped the bag, so there's definitely gonna be a thing in here. Pheromone. Are you serious? That's a Carno. That's an Arthro. Did it not drop one? Dude. It's not even a... Oh, mushroom. It's not even a guarantee? Oh, no. You're telling me It's freaking 133 now. So, you're telling me I gotta kill at least 7 of those. I just killed 1. It didn't give me what I was after. I'm not even sure why it didn't. We're over half, I guess. That's why. Oh my god. But where... I don't see another bag. I don't see another bag. Is there supposed to be a bag down here for it? I killed it, like, there. Do we need to break this rock? Did it get stuck in the rock? There's no bag. It didn't drop a bag. Carnotaurus. Ugh, stupid. I'm stepping right on the spores, dude. I mean, I'm wearing the helmet. I think that probably uses it faster, though, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't even want to look for another guy down here. Dude, we're so dead. That took about half, or about a third of what our health was, about 3,000, even with our saddle. That's insane. Absolutely insane. We have like a 300% saddle. How in the hell? How in the absolute hell? That was my first freaking Reaper encounter, dude. I like featherlights. Why? I don't know. They're cool. Yeah, I'm not going down there like that. That's so insane. I'm not really feeling defeated, but I just kind of feel like I need... This is going to be the hardest part. The Reaper collection is going to be the hardest part. I can hardly handle a standard, let alone an alpha. I almost took care of that alpha because I got it stuck and I tried to get it, but I fell right into its mouth. I don't know how I'm going to deal with an actual alpha one. That is a terrifying thought. If I actually try to fight something that way. I mean, my shotgun does so much more damage in a quick amount of time. Like, I feel like that's still going to be our best bet to actually kill one of those things. Problem is... Wow, I'm so taken aback by that. You have no idea. Well, you probably do. You most likely have gone through this experience as well. But, oh my god. I'm going back home. We're just going to ignore everything else. We're just going to go back now. I'm probably going to cook up every single stack of meat that I have, and then I'll force feed it at that point. Because it'll do at least double the amount of meat at that point, and I can just let him be. This guy, Mr. Slinks, has worked his butt off to try to get ourselves some more information today, and he has definitely delivered. It kind of just, I don't know. It makes me want to go in there and just find a Reaper on my own and do my best to tame one. Because, man, as strong as Slinks is and how strong as Sasha could be, even with the right traits, I don't know. I feel like just a Reaper themselves is going to be my best bet to actually do this. Maybe the only way I can actually do this. Alright, Slinks. I don't even know. Let's see. Oil. Meat. We'll just drop all your meat on the ground. Got so much of it while we were out there, bud. Holy Lord. That was way too close. I feel like... I do feel like that I just kind of need to change up my entire plan. My whole focusing in on basilisks thing, I really don't think that's going to be the way to go. I've never tamed a Reaper before. I know how to do it, sort of. And I'm kind of terrified to try. But I feel like that's kind of maybe our only way to make sure that these other trophies and stuff are going to happen. Okay, so I think we're going to have to pivot a little bit. I'm honestly thinking that, like I said, we're going to have to probably tame ourselves a Reaper to actually make this happen. So, I'm going to have to change my plan up. I did decide to put a couple more eggs in here after I got back to check on the Megalosauruses. And right here, we have ourselves a female with the 6th mutation in melee. And honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this female right here. We're going to breed out a male that has the mutation as well. And what's going to happen... Oh, crap. No! Well, okay. I didn't really want to have all of them. We only want to... here, before I misclick, we're going to hatch that one. I'm going to breed it into a male. We're going to have that on a male. We're going to get fully imprinted on that. We'll take them down into that area. Let's see, we got 6 melee female. We'll have 6 melee mutations, so extra 12 base into melee. We're going to do serious damage with these guys. And Yeah, maybe that'll actually work out. We'll try to get ourselves our Reaper Queen to a point where I can trap them. I don't know, man. I've never done that before, but honestly, I feel like it's gonna be the only way we're gonna survive this. I feel like I do like that deep blue. I've already got the other colors combined somewhere else though, so we're gonna have to just leave it at that. Why are we not seeing? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna lead her downstairs, let her grow up, and kind of combine into everybody else. If I do have more eggs upstairs, if they end up giving me one as well that just happens to also have the extra mutation, then I'll try to imprint on this one and just use her, because that would be great. You're only going to really need to have it on the male. Okay, I mean, what I've got on me right now is going to have to be what I wear down in there. I don't have to be inside the red zone to stay with wherever the Reaper Queen is. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need this to keep myself safe. But that all being said, I mean, this is my only better version of this hat, and I would like to fix it. So I'm going to have to go and get myself some more blue gems and some crystals, because it's going to be my best bet to make sure things stay okay when we give this a shot. Let's see, if I try to pull for this now, obviously we're short on the crystal, but what else? Yeah, the blue gems. So 1,000 crystals and 381 gems. That is more crystals than I've had to get for a while, so this is not going to be a quick trip, but I need to wait for the Megalosaurus to grow up anyway, so it is what it is. So a little bit more time has passed since that last clip, and as you can probably tell behind me, I've got a different colored Megalosaurus, and I didn't get a different mutation, but I did get a male with the 6 melee mutations, as I was really hoping for, and I did fully imprint and raise up the other one, the female that we had before. I have her inside of a cryopod right now. I decided to name her Blue, and I've leveled her up to level 280. Right now her health is kind of coming up pretty well inside of the cryopod, so I'm going to kind of give her a little bit more time, but I'm thinking with the 822% melee damage and the 20,000 health, if we take a bulb dog or maybe even have a backup one inside of a cryopod, I think we should be able to do a little bit more damage down inside of the red zone, and then maybe I can lure a Reaper outside of the red zone just into the bit of the blue zone where we could potentially do some more damage to them. I don't know. I'm just really hoping that we can either get some pheromones, or maybe even if we can find a really high level one, plan on trying to tame ourselves a Reaper very soon. I don't know what happened to my eyebrows. I mean, I'm kind of at a standstill back here. No one is breeding. No one's doing anything. I'm just kind of hanging on. I did also repair my helmet. It took a couple runs out to go grab a bunch of crystal, but I did make that happen. Now our main damage thing is our hazard suit right here, which of course is at 168. Don't really love that it's that damaged, but it will give us a good amount of defense just in case. I'm not planning on needing to have this right now, but I think I'm going to take it with me at the moment, just in case for some reason we find ourselves a Reaper that I want to actually try to tame, and we have the pheromones. I don't know. I don't know if that's even going to possibly happen, but I don't want to be unprepared. That being said, I think it's about time that I finally learn, and maybe potentially use up some of the metal foundations and all that stuff. I'm really going to want to come up with some sort of mini base while I'm down there, to kind of respawn at, just in case. You honestly just never know what kind of thing you're going to run into, and I'd rather just be more prepared than not. Having to travel all the way down there from my current base would not be the most fun, I think. Then I think I'm going to make it just those 4 foundations and then a couple of the triangle ones on the side. Okay, so I kind of built up a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to want to take down with me to make a little base down there. A bit of a respawn spot, but also, I know that when you have the Reaper baby, you kind of want to have an isolated set apart area for you and for the baby. All the things. And I kind of made it so I can split this thing in half. So I don't even know if it's going to be what I need. I don't even know if I'm going to need it down there, but hopefully it works out, and, I mean, like I said, I've never done this before, so it's gonna be brand new no matter what we do. Trial and error is part of the game. I'm gonna breed up a couple extra bulb dogs here real quick, since we're gonna be hanging around here for a while. I'm also going to be dropping these off. I don't have any reason to take those down with me right now. We're not going to be taming basilisks at the moment. If I decide to change my mind, then, we will. But for now, I'm really just gonna focus in on trying to scout out a Reaper, or at least get the Reaper pheromone things. Those are going to be very, very necessary. Either way. So now that I'm wearing the full suit, I kind of have to find the specific spot where I can kind of build something that's not going to be extremely easy to get killed from, there'll at least be a spot where I can respawn in case the worst thing happens. And, you know, all those fun things that can happen when you go down into a radiation zone. I'm probably going to build just a standard set of the radiation suit as well to have inside of this place, just in case. I feel like having that would be a good idea. Oop, bonk. I cannot stress enough, I am not going to be exploring the red zone with my Cosmo. I would not be able to fight a Reaper if I ran into one. I'm just using them to get over there to find my spot where I can build, and then I'll take some of the Bulb Dogs that I'm breeding up right now down there to kind of, you know, be able to use them to keep me safe instead of the Cosmo. I really wish the Cosmos were a little bit better for actually fighting things off, but they're really just meant for travel and carrying your stuff, which is very convenient. Alright, I am kind of trying to see. I don't want to go into the radiation zone, but I do want to find where the edge is exactly. Where I build is going to have to be still close enough that I can get to it on foot, but not so close that whatever Reaper I'm trying to lure can just grab me from anywhere that I'm at. Okay, this is where I recall seeing... Yeah, I saw this, and that's where I started getting a little bit nervous. Because I figured we're getting close to the red. All of these trees, anything that looks like this, it just is asking for problems, I feel like. So, I'm trying to find where would be a good spot to spawn in. Obviously not too close down there, because we're going to have to deal with all of the problems. Hello, Featherlight 105. Interesting. Hello. I feel like there's not going to be a safe spot for me to build on. I don't feel like that's necessarily something that you are to expect down the edge of the blue and red zones. But if I kind of at least maybe find a spot where I've got to walk up along a weird thing and push through a bunch of stuff, maybe, like this. This might be a spot. It's not a great spot, but it's a spot for the small building I want to put together. Where do we run into the other one? Right over there? I think. I have no proof of it now. But that is the direction that we kind of went. Alright. I do feel like where I found is going to be like the best spot for me to build something that's like accessible, but not to everything. So I'm going to build a little shack here. I'm going to probably have to mine this out. But yeah, we're going to do it. Okay, we'll place it like this. And then we have the triangle foundations I'm going to stick along the sides. Not a massive area, but it's an area to be in nonetheless. I'm hoping this is big enough, but I have nothing to confirm otherwise. Let's just kind of grab these walls real quick. I'm not going to put windows on any of it. I don't feel like that's going to be a good idea if I put windows on it. Things might get me through here and or come attack my base, and that seems like a bad idea as well. So we have a door back there. I'm also going to have a door right here. Because on the inside of this one is where I'm potentially going to have the thing. I don't know, man. I mean, that may not be big enough. Well, again, I don't really know how this goes. I've never done it myself. So, we're going to just build around it. I did actually bring another... I brought another wall with the intention of, like, cutting it into... like having just the corner, but I feel like actually just half of it is what we want to do. That's a little bit more room. I don't know. That might be doable. Most of these builds don't actually have roofs. They just have ceilings and stuff on them, but I am doing this... I don't know. I'm kind of just doing this how I want to. If this turns out to be the reason it doesn't work, then that's my fault. Oh man, it is dark in here. I'm going to want to bring... I gotta put some fire or something in here. Oh, you know what? I have a flashlight. I'm going to put it on my shotgun. That might actually work for now. We can actually see what's going on in here. So the whole point is I would have a spot in here where I've got a feeding trough that's full of meat. That is what I have heard you're going to definitely need at least. You're going to need a feeding trough full of meat. Oh, but maybe not right here. I could probably put this inside of the room. So this would be the room that I'm going to have the Reaper baby in. Have this and I have that full of meat. And then I have my bed, and I wanted a bunk bed because, you know, you can spawn twice, which is nice. And then, I mean, that's really all that I've got. Maybe I want to bring some air conditioners to kind of keep me and or whatever else safe. I don't know if it matters. I feel fine right now, but that could be because my armor is really good. Ultimately, it also said to have some bulldogs out and just kind of have them go. This one wasn't the one I was planning on doing anything else with. I think it's one of the original males. But if I actually tell it to just auto-activate when it's full, then maybe that would be fine. Okay, so he is just going to... I'm going to tell him to just turn on right now, I guess, right? There is the lighting for our room here. What was your trait? Meat bearing? I mean, that's not horrible, I suppose. I know it was one of the original ones that I ended up taming, but... I'm just going to leave him in here for now. We now have a creature in here kind of preventing problems, I guess, just in case whatever happens. I feel like I'm probably going to want to actually get the walls up there. I didn't make them because I wasn't sure if I'm going to need it, but I don't know what's going to happen. What if I end up having the Reaper baby and it pops over the ceiling? I don't know. I'd rather be prepared, I guess. But I have a room, and I need to get meat to put in here anyway, so I don't have any of that to fill it up with. But that's kind of the intention, that we have a spot now that I can go to and or come from to work on this Reaper thing? I don't know. Like I said, new to me. Never done this before. I'm going to put a marker here. I'm just going to call it RB for Reaper base. Okay, we actually have a little marker over our little Reaper base. I don't even know if that's going to work, like I said, but we have an option, which is nice. I can actually use the Cosmo to get down here, and we can actually have a couple bulldogs in here with this guy, and we can swap out to that and using the Megalosaurus to get down and try to fight stuff. I would do it now. Do we want to do it now? How well is our thing? How well is Blue healed up? About half. I'm not going to push it. We're going to wait for sure that we actually have that done. I don't want to risk her. I mean, we have we have over 300 defense on that saddle, but we had a really good saddle on the snake as well, and that didn't really work as well as it could have. So I'm heading on back. We're going to wait for her to be fully healed, and then we'll come over and we'll grab... we'll have some more bulldogs that we can potentially bring with us as well as backups for the worst case scenario. Okay, I've got everything put together. I've got Blue inside of a cryopod. I've got 3 backup, fully grown bulldogs inside of cryopods as well. I wish we could have gotten them fully imprinted, but they decided to ask for kibble pretty much on every single one of them. So it is what it is. But we're almost to our Reaper base, and let's see if we can see how much of a difference it's going to be on our Megalosaurus instead of on the Basilisk. Okay, I'm going to make sure that you are on, buddy, just so I have actually light to use in here. I also brought the walls that I mentioned just to kind of make sure this is all sealed up. So we're going to leave our Cosmo here, just like I was planning on. We're going to let Blue outside. Oh, you know what? I forgot to grab a box. You know what? That's fine. I'll just place these other cryopods inside of this one, and that'll keep it safe. That'll be fine. I'll just hang out here for another couple minutes until I can use another cryopod to let out the other bulldog. I hear you. I don't see you. Oh, you're in the wall next to my... I hate that. I hate that a lot, actually. Can I just grab you for now? Are you going to be able to help me just against this guy in the wall? I don't think I'm actually hitting it. Okay, the light wasn't hitting him. I just don't want this thing to somehow technically spawn a Reaper here. Okay, there we go. Good lord. They're in the wall. Yeah, that's not good. I don't like that. Why are they spawning in the walls here? Look at all those! I'm glad I at least have the one bulldog I can just use from here, but geez, they're in the wall, man! This wall doesn't technically exist. So much for being in a safe spot. Okay, so this one's level 222. Unfortunately, this one did not get a single bit of imprinting. We're just going to be pressing everything into the emission range. At least for now. And then we'll do our nice little clap, which I got to set up every time I grab a new bulldog for some reason. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can get ourselves a Reaper. We're going to have to get, like I said, we're definitely going to have to at least get the... Oh my god, we're very heavy already. These don't have very good weight, do they? I'm a little bit worried about being past half every single time we fight anything, but I just don't want to miss out on another bag, you know what I mean? Alright, how much damage does blue do? 1,000 damage by default. That is nutty. 40 hits versus what was going to be on the Basilisk. I mean, at least 3 times that. I'll take it. I will take it gladly. There are so many freaking Carnos. I mean, there's a couple Carnos down here. Got some Megalosauruses. Blue makes short work of them, man. Absolutely short work. Yeah, you're not going to cause me any trouble. We're just going to chomp you. Super fast chomps. You guys aren't going to last. Oh my god. The pure power on this freaking crazy creature. 2-shot that Spino. That was a 135 Rock Drake. Didn't last either. Love it. Oh no, don't kill the bird. I don't want to eat the bird. Oh, it's gone. They ate it themselves. Quite rude. Yeah, I'm already very full. Wow. Okay. Oh! Okay, Perlovia, definitely a problem. Oh my god. Another problem is a Reaper showed up. A Reaper showed up! Let me get back on! Oh no. Okay, I don't know what level you are, Reaper. You are level 10 as well. Okay, we're doing 1,000 damage though. You were going down so much faster than the last one. And since we're not dealing poison, you're definitely just going to go down directly to my direct hits. Nothing else. Much better, much better. And I can always use the binoculars here as well to see if the health is low enough to actually try to let her impregnate me. I don't really want a level 10, but oh yeah, we don't even have any. We don't have a single pheromone thing, so it would actually just end up killing us anyway if it tried to grab me. So we're just gonna kill it. We're just gonna kill it. Oh my god, it threw me very far. Really, really far. Okay, no, they killed it. Is there a bag then? There is a bag. There's actually a bag this time around. We just have to clear up the room and actually get ourselves in there. That was much easier, and we're hardly damaged compared. I mean, the frickin' acid burn that they drop is not fun. But look at that, there's a bag. How long does that last for? Is it gonna go away? Okay, of course, the Perlovia. That is the trade-off of needing to be on a much smaller creature than what we had before. So they can 5 at once? Oh! I guess if I only need 7, I only really need to kill 2. That's actually much better. I was worried I was gonna have to kill 7 of those. So let's see. Is there anything we want to hold on to on her? I don't really all that hurt in that moment. The Bulldog is telling me that there's a max level something nearby, and that kind of makes me nervous. The fact that also it almost threw me off the side using my Megalosaurus here is a second reason to be nervous. Oh, okay. We don't have light on. Why did it swap to wave? Whew, okay. That actually is not good either. We don't want it to show up if we run out of light. I wonder if maybe my Bulldog needs some more levels before, because let's see, hold on here. How many did you get after that? Anything? Oh, not really. We need charge capacity, though, so you can last longer. Attack my target. That's a little bit better. Aggressive is a little dangerous because they can just run off and fight anything and everything. Whoa! God. You little idiot. That was a 135. Died in 2 hits. Fantastic. And there's another one. Okay. I'm going to lure it back up this direction. I don't know what level it is. I have yet to look. Oh, hi. You are level 50. You have about the same amount of health as the last one did. Doesn't look like their health is much different. That's good to know. We still need more of the... Oh, there's 2. Okay, that's still scary, but there's a 15 and a 50. That's different. That was a 115. That's more scary, still. That's fine. It's fine. Just as long as we don't get thrown off the cliff, then we're okay, right? Oh, Lord. Why'd I have to say anything about that? Oh, my God. Just focus. Keep hitting, it's fine. Man, honestly, without something as strong as this, like, hitting 1,000 damage per hit is insane for one, but, like, without it, I don't feel like we could have done this. Pivoting was a great idea. in my opinion. Alright, let's just keep hitting, just keep hitting, just keep hitting. Double down, why not? Alright, we got one, and the other. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we're gonna have to grab bags if they have them. I could pull them myself, but we're gonna give it a second and just jump off on foot. I know that we don't have to pull everything. Just because we can doesn't mean we need to. Okay, that's crazy. We have gained another level, which is nice. We'll add that directly into more melee. Just gonna let that acid burn disappear for a minute. We are very heavy. Alright, we drop it. Looks like they both had one, at least I'm assuming so. Nice. And nice. I mean, one could say that the 115 might work, but do you really want to try to, just leave it at that? You don't want to go further? You want to try to go for a 145 and 150? We do have a plant down here that could help. Do we just pull out now that we have everything that I need, or do I just keep going until I maybe find one more? God, I'm glad you missed. We are going to want just an inventory full of meat when we head back, but for now, we're good. I'm actually, very impressed about how much health that we have left with all this, and despite having fought 3 Reapers, the snake was not the play. Never done this before, so I had no idea. Okay. I mean, there's a lot down here, but I almost feel like I'm getting further away from where I'm trying to go. Never mind, I'll shut up. That is a 40. Nope. Not high enough, although we should kill her for the fact we should just want to kill it. You know? Okay. Acid everywhere. Hello. You shall be hunted, thank you. I'm starting to think that 115 would have been an okay one to at least get the first one on. It's alright, though. Stop throwing me further into the fray. That could have been bad for me. Those 2 Perlovias jumping up could have been death. Man, it still does take a while to kill these things, even though I'm doing 1,000 damage per hit. That's nutty. I mean, these things have as much health as some alpha creatures on the other maps. So, I can't remember. I'm really curious how much health that alpha one had. I never got to see it. I didn't get to kill it, and it disappeared after it, so... Was she about to do the thing? Yeah, I'm not letting her do the thing. Not a level 40. She did start doing some different animation, and I made sure my stuff was low enough that I could... just get it automatically. Ow. Burn. Yeah, Perlovia again. Man, that one that other time was very accurate on its attack. These guys are not so good. Not as good as they would like to be, apparently. I need to stop being cocky, though. I'm going to get jumped again, and I'm going to get killed. So we should probably get out of here. I only needed 7, and I got 20 now. So, I mean, I feel like we're good. Until we actually tame one. I'm going to have to use some to actually make this work, though. It doesn't hurt to have more. If we start heading back up, if maybe one has respawned along this path. What was that camera weirdness just then? Oh, alright. Definitely a good idea to pivot. I'm not going to complain about that decision. It did take some time, but it all took some time, so whatever. Oh, look, there is another one. I don't know what level you are. 100. Well, as long as my bulldog still has charge, let's just keep killing him. That was pretty close to actually hitting me with the spit. I mean, I'm pretty sure it hit my Megalosaurus, but I don't think it did anything to me. I have to check my armor, though. If we have to get out of here faster, then we'll do it. I would imagine that whichever one of these that we go after, whichever one gives us a little baby to raise, the higher the stats here, the better that it'll potentially come out after the fact. So I'm kind of glad we're not going for this one. It has way too many points in food and oxygen. Way too many points in those 2 spots. Oh my god, my thing got out of charge right at that worst moment. Bulb Dog, don't do that. Maybe I just missed the bag. I mean, it definitely looks like every single one has had a bag ever since I've actually come back down here. That only gave me 4. Interesting. I wonder why. The other ones gave me 5. Maybe I've just been lucky. I don't know. Where is that flower, by the way? There it is. Kind of feel like I should stand by it for a minute. Man, with all the experience that we're getting, I'm almost getting another level. Am I going to hit level 120 by the end of this? Ooh. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm going to head back up now. We might get attacked by another one on the way out. I don't know how fast these things respawn, so... that is kind of the thing, I feel like. Not going to attack you if I don't have to, Arthro. We're in the clear, I think. Obviously, getting off to that area right next to the base up here is not as safe as I thought it was, just because of those stupid guys inside the wall. But I think we are... I mean, we're out of the radiation zone. We got ourselves so many pheromones. We got enough for the tributes that we need, as well as a good amount of tries, I think, for raising our own. So hopefully maybe in the next one we'll have an opportunity to do that, or if we can just try to find ourselves the other alphas that we need. Blue honestly might be strong enough on her own. It's really hard to say. I'd have to see how much health an alpha Reaper King has. But I mean, considering we've already kind of prepped this area, I almost feel like we should do it regardless. Alright, I'm going to grab... let's see. Are you carrying anything else now? Maybe I should keep you on my shoulder for the moment until I've cleared everything out. We're probably going to swap over just to the Cosmo and swing on back home. You're not carrying anything else that I want. We'll leave those 2 trank arrows, I guess, just in case. Alright. Come on, Blue. Let's go back home. And with that, I'm going to place those inside of here and consider that a win. It's good to see that we really only need the 2 other items to actually progress, other than getting the Nameless Venom as well, but we pretty much have to get that when we're just about to do it, because it's going to spoil. Oh, man. Well, I definitely don't regret breeding up the basilisks or anything like that. I'm definitely glad to have such an interesting creature that can carry so much on them, as well as they can do some very fun things. But I'm just glad that our mutated Megalosauruses are definitely strong enough to take on those Reapers as fast as we did. Hopefully in the next one we'll have ourselves a Reaper of our own, and potentially get the other 2 alpha things that we need. I guess we'll have to see what we can find, but for now I have to leave this episode here. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It makes a massive difference for the algorithm. And if you guys have anything to bring up about this series or anything else, please leave a comment down in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye!